Do we tell them that the signal may go dead at any time? Power is just dropping
not
off.
here.
Power's dropping
My signal
off.
stands
There is
strong.
Hey, you could be next.
Storm in San Diego, and we went to our studio today to set up, and there was no power.
Me and Sean arrived, and I'm like, oh, we gotta like move some stuff back. We gotta get like these microphones working right, and then flip the light switch.
Nothing.
So
I know everybody on the East Coast has been complaining about Stormzilla or whatever cute little cutesy name he gave your little blizzard over there on the East Coast. But we are knocking at the gates of hell over here in San Diego.
Yep.
We literally, if we were 10 blocks that way, we couldn't even turn on the PS4.
Couldn't do it.
Exactly.
Let's talk
no
about
podcast.
Hell on Earth.
I've been playing board games since 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Can you turn on the volume?
Devil's
say,
taking a piss on San Diego tonight.
Sucks.
The Devil's taking a piss?
The Devil's taking a piss on San Diego tonight. That's how heinous this storm
Like a
is.
hot rain.
For real, I was playing video games when the fucking power went out.
Are you serious?
Hadn't saved Resident Evil 0
that
right in the middle.
No. Oh, that means you have to play more of that game, and that's a fucking chore.
Yeah.
Should I get the Resident Evil 0 remake? I didn't play it the first time. I've never played it.
If you don't want... If you like the original tank control style Resident Evil games, it's like the last of those.
But they added the new
doesn't
control.
want those.
But they added the new controls, right?
Yes, they did. Just
Because
like
they did that with the first Resident Evil remake on PS. They ported all these to PS4, and they added modern day controls.
More importantly, do you want a physical copy of the Resident Evil original remake?
Nah, I don't need it.
Oh, does that come with it?
Yeah,
You can get a disc with both. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For $40, it is both. I think that's the only way you get 0 is with Resident Evil remake.
No, I think you download it on its own.
Oh, download. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I only know.
Doesn't
about physical.
Any Resident Evil before 4 or after 4, not worth it.
Yeah.
If you weren't there for it, I feel like that might be true. Atmospherically, still great games. Very hard to pick up. I do think like I said, I've said this before, that I have an affinity. Those tank controls are kind of the definitive way to play. It's meant to be almost like its own puzzle to get away from things that are coming after you. It adds to the fear and the tension. But in 2016, I can't fucking do it. Like, that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So if you can try it, and then if you get pissed, try the new control.
You know what would be cool is if somebody did an Unreal 4 adaptation of the original Resident Evil for the Oculus. Then I'd like to revisit. Then I would love to revisit the mansion and full VR support. That would be an experience.
You think that's probably going to be a thing, like remaking these titles?
You know what?
I
Honestly,
do.
I was thinking about kind of the state of video games, and I feel like honestly, video games get really good all at once. Every 5 or 10 years, and then you kind of have to wait until that moment happens again.
Some new thing that pushes the...
All I was going to say is I feel like the new next-gen consoles, Xbox One, PS4, they're cool, but the next big moment is going to be when we solidify VR. And then that's when you're going to see,
a good batch of cool...
an explosion, like another golden age of video games, which I feel like there was a golden age maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Sure, I'd say every 5 years or so, that's true, yeah. I mean, I see a little bit of it now, and you might not participate in this as much, but what was kind of neat about, so far with these new consoles is the ability, the ease of streaming, and that added a community aspect, and I love that. I actually like turning on the live channels and seeing, oh, is this the new Assassin's Creed? Whoa, I haven't seen... And, and there's some guy talking, hey, what should I do next? That's a pretty neat thing, but that's not really on the creative side. You know what I mean? In terms of, the actual games.
You know what?
So we got a little bit of an interesting thing to happen, but I think, Oculus and all this PlayStation VR and stuff is when you're going to get the new worlds and the new, whatever. I'm more excited
Well,
for
I just had the realization that, imagine, the first Mario level, classic level. They're going to have it where now you're Mario in the VR, and that's his perspective of seeing things that way.
Yeah.
That's going to happen, and that is very exciting to me. That, blows my mind.
That's already a YouTube video. So you may have stolen a trademarked idea.
That's, wait.
Yeah,
That is
someone
video?
I think Brandon...
Do we have a legal representative in here?
I didn't know.
Hopefully there's a lawyer in the chat.
I honestly didn't know.
There is a...
It doesn't matter.
Oh, fuck.
I think it was Brandon who was formerly made stuff with Freddie Wong.
Yeah.
When he on that channel, I think he made that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And you've met him. You spit in his face.
Yeah, you did. It was
Well,
disrespectful.
I guess I'm off the podcast again. Sorry, guys. I'm not gonna say anything else.
I'm looking forward to VR.
Yes, very much.
I think it's gonna be funny. We're gonna look back at a time when VR wasn't perfected, and it's gonna feel very alien. I feel like that's gonna be the paradigm shift. Because I played VR. I did a demo at GDC last year, and it was already pretty cool. There were a couple things they need to work out. It's not ready for the market yet, but the demo that I saw was very impressive, to the point where I was, for a few days, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, dude, that's the fucking wave of the future.
Yeah.
Was it an Oculus?
It was an Oculus.
Yeah.
I seriously, I think that one day it'll be as common as like laptops and iPads. There'll be an Oculus in multiple rooms of every home. I think so.
A lot of people
was
are
that cool.
swearing that they're not gonna get into it, and I don't.
But
think
they haven't tried it.
I don't think it's for everyone, and that's another thing. Yeah, they haven't tried it yet.
Well, I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I played this game, Lucky's Tale, I think it was called, at PAX.
Yeah.
And it was like a 3D Mario game. It's exactly what I call it, but you're a fox instead of Mario. And I was in that world, and I was looking on everywhere, and I was thinking, like, I always wanted to do this since I was a kid, and I'm doing it, and it's fucking awesome. Like, it was so cool.
I think it'll be a lot more practical than people realize. Honestly, it will replace the telephone. I think that every house will have a 3D Oculus camera here, and you'll be able to have your grandma, who's too old to leave her bedroom, she'll be able to spend Christmas with the family. She'll be able to put an Oculus on, and it'll be like she's sitting on this couch.
Yeah,
she'll see everything that's happening in real time. She'll be able to interact with people.
Yeah.
She'll be able to watch people open up the gifts she sent them.
I was just gonna say. I think Leo Laporte, who does a technology podcast that I listen to, I think he set up something like that even just recently, where he had a 360 camera in his studio, and if you had any of the headsets, you could actually
be in the
studio, and you're looking, and wow, they're going to this camera, they're going to that.
I think when the president does the State of the Union someday, they'll have a camera there. Everybody who wears their Oculus, it'll be like they're sitting front row.
Yeah. So here's something just as important. WWE teamed up with Samsung to do that.
Whoa,
they actually had a camera during an NXT event. I think Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens for the title, this ladder match.
Yeah, where was the camera?
It was, where like the ring bell and like the announcers kind of sit? Like,
yeah.
It's right around
they
there.
Fucked up.
I haven't seen it yet. I really want to.
Put it in the middle of the ring?
Put it in the middle of the ring.
They knock it over in 5 minutes.
In the middle of the Royal Rumble, you get to see the action from the ring.
Fuck.
Dude getting thrown out over there.
Yeah.
Dude getting thrown over there.
Yeah, but then
another dude entering down the hall.
But I think what they're trying to do is they teamed with Samsung to do this stuff. And I think they're just experimenting with... Because I still haven't seen... I cannot find this footage. For the life of me, I've looked.
Sure.
Because, I've watched crazy videos on my phone where I can do this.
Yeah,
it's like I'm
Facebook
there. I would love to watch a match like that, even though you're pretty much focused here. Just to, like, look around would be really cool. I think you're going to get a lot of experimentation with concerts, with
I saw a concert.
The All-Star game, like baseball
Yes.
and everything. And you're going to have it in different cameras in different spots where you're like, oh, I want to see this from first base side. Oh, I want to see this from like left field. I want to see this from behind home plate.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have all these
There was
options.
a Jack White concert that I have.
Yeah.
That you. Well, like same thing. You're looking around, but if you didn't like the angle, you go like this with the camera, and it's
switches,
different
right?
camera.
Yep.
And again, now I'm behind the stage.
Use
Now
Google
I'm in front.
Cardboard or whatever.
It's
Yeah,
going to
Google
be
Cardboard.
Saving Private Ryan, except you're on the beaches.
So
it's going to be crazy.
You always hear about like, oh yeah, you do that, and then porn. You're gonna be like you're there.
Oh,
Fuck,
yeah.
No, see, I'm against that. Fuck that. Where are you looking? Look, the pussy's right here. What? Where am I? Oh wow! Whoa, the ceiling's like. Holy!
Whoa, there's
what's going on back
Okay,
here?
all right, let me paint a picture for you.
Yeah,
okay.
dude.
Yeah, the pussy's right here.
But
Oh, I didn't know I'm looking through the port of a submarine. What the fuck? Am I in? Am
I take
am I
it all
in?
back.
Hold on. Am I doing somebody in the world of Yellow Submarine? That's fucking crazy. There's John Lennon watching me up there.
I think
that's fucking
that-
crazy.
I think that your riff was 1,000 times more creative than the VR porn we're going to be getting.
Whoa! Am I a man or a woman doing Aladdin or Jasmine on the carpet while we're flying all over the world?
A whole new world.
The thing that I think with
Yes. Eric, yes.
with all this VR stuff, though, I do think there's still some, personally, maybe people out there will disagree, but I think there's still a little bit of misconception on its place. And what I mean by that is there's still a shade of it being like, oh, is this some, like, the next Kinect? which is so not what it is. I mean, when I tried it, because I kind of thought that before I tried it, I was just like, I don't know.
This is what Kinect was trying to be.
Yeah, it's something interactive.
Yeah.
But what made it work is that it's not asking me to go.
Yeah.
It's just another way to look at an image.
Yeah, you can still use a controller, and like if you have the ability to be in like that rig thing, moving forward and playing.
Hey,
like
let me tell you, when I did my demo, one of the most impressive things is it kept showing me, like, it would put me in a world and then it'd fade to black and it'd come up in a whole new scenario. And one of them, I was standing on top of a skyscraper on like a steel beam, and it was like it was like I was up there.
Yeah.
I could hear the wind in my ear. I could see stuff down there, and as I moved, the perspective changed with me, and I started stepping off the beam, and I felt like I was in a Wile E. Coyote cartoon. I was like walking on the air. It was so surreal. I started like getting chills, and I heard somebody in the actual room be like, "Careful, you're gonna hit a wall. Stop." I wasn't aware that I was in a room anymore because I was so just enchanted by the idea of like, holy shit, I'm like flying above this building. It was like being in a dream. It was really cool.
Well, I was just gonna say real quick to finish my thought on that was it's just another way to look at it. And the one thing I'm curious about is there's Oculus, there's PlayStation VR, but then another big one right now is the HTC Vive or Vive, or I don't know how you say it. And there's a lot of people saying, no, forget the other ones. That's the one that's going to be big. And in action, what it is it's got sensors on the outside. You you have to clear a 15-foot space, and you have motion controllers, and you're walking around, and it's like, okay, pick up the sword, and you actually pick it up, and you have it.
And it's like 1-1.
And you're walking around.
Oh,
now,
cool.
That technology is cool, and it is great. But I don't think that's the version that's going to be the one that wins the whole thing.
No one has
because it's still asking you to do something out of your comfort zone, and when you want to play games, you don't want to do that. So that is really cool. I'm not saying the technology isn't cool. That's amazing. But I still think what's going to make the other ones succeed is that it's still only asking what you've always done with video games. You could sit and play. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I think that technology is super cool, but I just think that won't quite be the mainstream one. I think things like Oculus.
Someone wearing that, the last one you were saying, I don't remember the name of it, but someone threw a ball at someone wearing the thing, and they saw it in the game and they caught it.
Yeah.
But they're like completely blocked off.
Yeah, exactly. It's incredible technology. It's
I have two problems or like concerns with VR. When I'm playing games, the first thing when I'm playing games, when there's load screens, when I kind of like want to be done for like, not like done playing the game, but just like take like a break for like a second, I pause it, and then I'm like on my laptop or I'm on my phone, I'm doing something else just for like, in between like a loading screen, take a bite of food, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like with VR, you're very involved, and in order to like not be, it's gonna be kind of like, let me take off my headphones, let me take off the thing, let me put it somewhere, whatever. Yeah. It's more than just a controller. The other thing, my second concern, I trust no one.
Yeah, that's
true. You are asking me to
cut yourself off
completely.
Yeah.
And I don't even like being this close because I feel like somebody's going to hit someone in the balls. I know we're beyond that.
Yeah, we
I don't. Years of conditioning have trained me to trust no one.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Regarding the first one, I kind of don't even see that as a bad thing. Like, I feel like so many things that are out now and that we do are already we're so distracted and shit that I think it's okay once in a while to have something cutting you off. And so I don't have any issue with that. I know what you mean. It is a hassle if it's like, phone call. Maybe they'll have something built in. When I use my MacBook and I get a phone call,
I hadn't even considered that.
When I use my
already have stuff built in.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm on my MacBook, I get a phone call. A thing comes up on my MacBook screen. Hey, you want to take it from here?
And to me, I don't see
I'm sure they'll work that out.
From like locking the door and watching a movie for 2 hours.
Yeah, or being at the movie theater, or whatever. Yeah. But the second one, I know as soon as I get it, there's going to be Dominic's going to take a fucking YouTube video of me and upload it, or whatever. Even when I first saw it, I put up a video from E3 of some guy going, and I'm sure that guy doesn't appreciate it, But anyway, so I definitely see that part of it.
And two, you can't underestimate. It is a totally different experience than watching something on TV.
Sure.
The final thing of the demo they showed me was made by Weta, and it was something for The Hobbit, and it was
the dragon.
I was in Smaug's like dungeon, and it was just mountains of coins all around me. I felt tiny.
Well, that's really cool.
Then it was like an avalanche of coins started, and like this dragon rose up out of them and started walking over me, and like I was like staring at his gooch. whereas nuts would be.
And you say VR porn can't work.
He was like walking over me. It was like that moment in Jurassic Park where the T-Rex like walks over the car. And like, I was like looking at this massive thing.
That's kind of intimidating.
It was intimidating. I felt like I was there, and so it's totally different from even being in a theater and watching it on screen.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they tell you what to look at then, but when you are doing that, you choose what you're looking at. Like that is. It's up to you, and that's what people don't understand who haven't tried it.
Yeah. I do. The one thing that does kind of scare me about the whole thing, though, is scary stuff is almost like too scary with that on.
Oh,
because
100%.
With that on, fuck that.
Because I saw, Kevin's looking forward to that.
Oh yeah,
but I saw a video of a thing that was called I saw a video of, I don't remember what it was called, but they put you in a cage underwater, and I will never play that.
ISIS game.
It would. Happy birthday, Garrett. You in a cage underwater, and you keep seeing a shark starting to come by. And
cool.
I was watching it on YouTube, and my palms were sweating. It was like, don't come near don't. And it starts to like get near the cage, and it starts to like beat the cage, and it's like,
there's been one for spiders, one for snakes.
Yeah, every phobia you've got.
I think Facebook technology right now of like, oh, check out this video, you can 360 look wherever you want, is a cool placeholder for having something that's going to be something I'm going to be wearing and something I'm going to be like very involved in.
Yeah.
Because I can watch those videos all day. Like, I think that's the coolest. That is like future tech that I think is so fucking cool. Something in my pocket I can open and I'm like, yeah, here's a 3D video. Let me just it's 360 everywhere that I look. Like, that's incredible.
So I'm excited for the hardware to get right now. Like, you need a really, really expensive rig for
sure.
the headset to work.
Right.
But eventually, it's going to be down to the size of it's built into the headset.
Here's what I want.
Everyone's going to have their own personal visor.
Take a 360 camera, take a bunch of them, launch them into every direction in space.
Hell
and
yeah.
Just let me tune in.
Yeah.
After like 10, 15 years, let me just tune in, see what's going on.
That's cool. Yeah, that would be really
that
cool.
would
Imagine that.
Awesome. It's going to be like sci-fi movies. When there's a crime, they're just going to go look back at 360 footage from that area, like CCTV.
Oh, in the future, there'll be a 360 camera in every home in America.
And every street corner.
Deal with
it picks up every, this person was shot here, let's go look and like watch. It's like Minority Report.
We just had to figure out some
Majority
pre-crime
Report.
stuff. And
Yeah.
We got to figure out, though, like you're saying, though, we do have to figure out building all that stuff.
Yep.
Building all that stuff into the visor, because I don't know if you heard about this, but PlayStation VR is out in the next few months.
I'm so excited.
But it does have, apparently, a processing unit. Like, it connects to a little box to the PS4. Like it actually requires a little thing to hook
piece
up
of hardware
in the
Wait,
middle.
so it's not wireless?
I don't think so.
I don't think
no.
so.
No, I think it actually.
Deal breaker.
I don't think we have that yet.
Yeah,
honestly,
wireless-
I could be wrong.
I just assumed it would be, but yeah, why would it be?
Wireless VR video
That's a lot.
and audio. No,
Call me
that's-
spoiled, but deal breaker.
But I'll let you know, because Dead or Alive Extreme 3
God.
is coming out. By the way, so we talked about before. This is a little bit of a pivot in the conversation,
That's fine.
but
You can pivot.
I was gonna
No,
say,
hold on.
no pivoting yet.
Don't pivot quite yet.
okay.
Plant your feet. Pass the ball.
The more Dead or Alive games that come out that are not about fighting and that are just about hot chicks,
There's only been 3.
the more that name becomes creepier and creepier.
How many fighting games?
Just want to put that on the table.
Dead or Alive.
There's
Dead
been
or Alive.
5 Dead or Alive games, but multiple versions of 1 and 5. Actually, and 2.
Here's one.
I don't know what when
Three-
you say Dead or Alive. Do you mean the one in bikinis or do you mean the fighting one?
Well,
The
this is one
Well,
of
the
the
fighting game. Yeah, this is the fighting game.
There have been 5 versions of the fighting game.
Yes.
Okay.
But a different version of 1 and a different version of 5. So I guess that's 7.
It's just the more it's getting like
And a 3DS
necrophiliac
one.
overtones.
Yeah.
But there have been 3.
Dead or Alive, hot chicks.
There were
playing volleyball.
There were
I agree with
3
you.
that were about playing volleyball.
Just call it hot chick volleyball.
Yeah.
Volleyball at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave out the violent
But it's the
overtones.
characters of Dead or Alive.
Right, but Derek is saying
but we're
that
getting further and further removed from that being
No,
relevant.
just
Hey,
training.
there hasn't been one that wasn't about fighting in 10 years. So
No,
it's
Jesus.
okay. They can do one.
yeah, it's okay.
It's
Alright.
okay.
What do you think? It's
Look,
training.
I'm really upset because you guys don't understand why it's okay. So
But anyway,
Hey.
that is VR compatible, and that will put it to the test. You're going to be able to look from every angle at stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and so that'll be. I'll let you know how that goes, and I'll keep you updated every moment.
the thing too about VR porn, there's gonna be porn stars who like make their own VR video. Like you could do Carmen Electra someday.
Is she a porn
Well,
star?
unless it's I think unless it's like 96.
Sorry,
maybe.
hey, I just called out the hottest chick ever. So
You just
sue
wish
me.
she did porn.
Sue me. But someday in a perfect world, Carmen Electra VR pornography.
Wow.
What's she been up to? Didn't she put out a song?
No.
Did she?
Hey, you know what?
Probably.
Hey, you know what? Let's play it now. Theme song.